Oh my God, it's awesome. Oh, stops, unbelievable.
I'm in Indianapolis and I've decided I would come and have lunch with Pato O'Ward.
Howdy, Kim. How are you doing?
I'll do your vegan Cuban bowl. And can I do the sauces on the side, please? I love food. It's my weakness. It's my issue, actually. I work out to eat. Thank you. Look at that.
2 meals for you, mate. One not enough.
I'm a hungry boy, mate. I love this place.
First time I met you was in Mexico last year.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone play up to the crowd like you did.
What I tell everybody is that we're the clowns in the circus, right? We're the ones that come and entertain, and I get to meet so many cool people. I don't know why people sometimes close their themselves off like, no. I love meeting new people. Sometimes it's an issue because you have somewhere to be. So it's like, mate, I'm sorry, I can't stop right now. But whenever I find the time, I love it because I get to see faces that I haven't seen in years, or I'll get to meet new people. I think it's really fun.
No doubt they enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I've seen the happy Pato. What's the angry Pato like?
I wear my heart on my sleeve. If there's something going on, you'll be able to tell. You might not know what it is, but you'll be able to tell. Maybe it's not the best at times, but I think that's what has brought people to having a kind of like a human connection. You know, you can be on a super high, but everybody will have their lows. Any champion, any successful person or non-successful, everybody will have their lows. Everyone.
Was the first time you drove the F1 McLaren, was that at Abu Dhabi last year? And what was the feeling when you drove that thing out the first time? What was going through your head?
I'll tell you the sensation that has stayed in my head, and I think will stay for a very long time. I left the pit lane. I guess it was the prep lap. We go out, and when I get to the straightaway, in F1 the radio is it's an on and off switch. If you don't swipe it up, it stays on. In IndyCar, it's a hold and press, and you talk, and then you release. And I left it on. And when I was in the straightaway, I had a few giggles, and the team started laughing. But the first lap, I said, "No, don't be a wussy. Like, go, do it, flash.
Push yourself lap one."
Yeah. So I went through turn 1, and I go through 2 and 3. And I remember before I could even think about it, I went left, and before I even think of going right, I was already right. And I had the biggest grin on my face because the change of direction that the cars were capable of doing was unlike anything I've ever felt. Like, oh.
Were you prepared for that?
Oh yeah. As soon as I was here, I literally just go like this and the thing just boom. Oh my God. One of the coolest feelings I've ever had in any race car because I was mind blown. I was just like, oh my God. Mind blown completely. Like, this is insane. Because I'm used to the speed, but I was not used to how quick and how much downforce the cars could do without it even like getting out of control. The thing just boom, boom, boom. It's like a roller coaster on rails, basically. After the day, Jimmy Johnson actually texted me. He's like, "I hate you," because I know he's driven an F1 car before, and he loved it. I got a few messages like that, just guys that they were excited, and even they know it's an unforgettable experience. Your first time in a Formula One car, and I feel like I was really lucky to have been able to drive one of the quickest in the history of F1 cars. I think that's the toughest thing in an F1 car, is trusting that the car is capable of doing it. Because in terms of driving it, it was actually really a very easy car to drive, but the neck, oh my God. The first half of the day, no issue. And when I started doing my race runs, my head was about to fly off. And at the end of the day, where I had my quali sims, man, I had no juice left. Where the track is going that way and my head was going this way. I couldn't look because there was so much force, and it was a very weird force. It was like a force that was like from the top and then like very weird. I couldn't move my head. My eyes were scanning that way, and the track was going that way. The car was, I could barely see, and I just floored it. So that's another thing that I was shocked from the F1 car was the Indy car, no power steering, and you need to smash.
The Indy car has
no power steering.
Does F1 have power?
Yeah, it's extremely physical.
Right.
Like up here, the F1 has it covered in the neck, but every other part of the body, the Indy car is a lot more physical. And the brake power that you have to be applying to the Indy car to stop it is more than twice of what the F1 car is capable of. So that's another thing that I had to get used to, where I went out first flyer and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a good smack. And I destroyed the front tires because I was over double the power of what Lando and Daniel were basically what I had to be using.
Yeah.
So it was a very different sensation where you're not pressing as hard and the thing just boom, it just stops.
Do you like the oval stuff better than the street stuff?
It's different. It's I feel like as a team we have a very strong package in the ovals. In terms of like how much you enjoy, I really enjoy like street courses. It's got its own jam to it. I guess when you see it from the outside, you only turn left, but it is really, really tough. It's the hardest thing mentally that we have to do, because it's so sensitive to lines, because you're going so fast. You kind of have to treat it as a jet, as a plane.
Are you scared doing it?
Whenever things starts to go sideways, they come at really quick. Like if you get a little wiggle, that's the worst. And then obviously hitting the wall, it's painful.
Well, that's what the guys were saying in Miami, weren't they? That concrete wall at turn 13 or 14.
Yeah, but these guys are hitting like 50 Gs. We're in the 100 Gs when we hit in Indy. I was talking to Felix and Dixon when Felix first arrived. He was like, oh yeah, I had a crash in Formula E that I think was 25 or 30 Gs. And he's like, oh, wait till you get to the hundreds, mate. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to Kim Illman. Come on. There's been so much interest from drivers, like Roman, and I know a lot of my friends that are in Formula 2, and they're like, man, they want to come to IndyCar. They love what IndyCar has to offer in terms of how much joy it is to drive in the series. I really hope that the series can continue and get more of an upward trend like Formula 1 is. I feel like all motorsports is growing a lot because of F1 skyrocketing.
Yep.
And they'll say, oh, I watched the F1 show and I love, Danny Rick, or I love Charles Leclerc or whatever, and it's all because of Netflix. And now because they have a connection with the driver, with the human or whatever it may be, then now they want to go to the race because they get to go see their favorite actor. It's like the saying, you always want what you can't have.
That's right. You make exclusivity the factor.
And like that invisible wall, and it makes it so much more desired because it's so hard to get the access. And I think that's what special in F1 is, that it's such an exclusive circle of people. It's just different to any other part in the world. Like for example, in NASCAR and IndyCar, you can go right up to your favorite driver and just talk to him if you want, which I think is great for a fan experience.
Yeah.
But I think it does get rid of that extra bit of really wanting it because it's just so easy to get.
So F1's your goal?
It's gotta be, right? Because I grew up watching F1 and loving Formula 1 kind of opened the doors to other sort of motorsports for me. It's the pinnacle, always will be the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And it's what made me fall in love with the sport. So obviously if an opportunity were to come, you gotta take it, right?
What's your percentage chance of getting into F1?
I think it all depends on, well, first of all, getting my super license and the seat. There's gotta be a seat that opens up. My best in would be with McLaren, but before I leave here, I'd love to give them their first 500 and their first championship. That is one goal that I have that I'd love to. No. I take it.
I don't think you do.
Oh, man. Thank you for lunch. Did you enjoy your salad?
Yeah, I did, and I should have had a salad because so often I just go, oh, I'll have the hamburger, I'll have that, or something else. So why did you agree to this chat?
Because I like you. Good chap.
This will open up quite an audience that perhaps don't know you.
Yeah. What I tell everybody is if you love F1, you will love IndyCar. They're two very different series, very different race cars. But man, there is great racing, and it's so competitive. You can never guess who's going to be on the podium, ever. It's awesome.
Do you have a manager?
So I actually manage myself.
Yeah.
With my lawyer and with my father. So between us three, we usually get together and, we want this, we want that, let's change this, let's change that. But yeah, my lawyer usually does the talking because I tell him what I want and then he can take care of the rest.
Tremendous chat. I've learned a lot of things. So I need to say thank you very much.
Well, thank you, man.
Talking to
I hope
me.
you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed your salad.
I needed to have it, and I did enjoy it.
Good.
Do you prefer the Aero screen or the Halo?
In terms of breathability, you obviously take the Halo, but I mean it's a nice protection to have whenever your head's going against the fence, you know.
Yeah. Worst crash?
Probably in Indy 3 years ago. 85 Gs. I came out of it, and my head. Oh my God! The pain that I had. It felt like someone grabbed my brain and shook it to the sides of my skull. It's terrible. They are solid cars, made to withstand more than 100 G impacts.
And do you have time for relationships?
It's really tough. Like I tell a lot of people, I'm married to my career. You don't have the time that a beautiful young lady deserves.
Yeah.
I feel like I spend so much time with so many sponsors and people, and sometimes I just want to be alone, and I love being alone, and I love being alone doing nothing. Look at that.
Right.
Cake bake, baby.
After you.
I enjoyed my lunch with Pato O'Ward. He is a rare character. I think he would be a marvellous addition for Formula One. And of course, a week and a half after that interview, he ended up very nearly winning the Indy 500, coming in second to Marcus Ericsson. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and become a member for a whole host of extras. You'll find all of my digital images at prostarpics.com. You'll find wall art, F1 photo books, and Pierre Gasly signed prints at kimillman.com. And for my best pics live from the track and all during the week, head to Instagram and search at Kim Illman. Thanks for watching.
And stay passionate. I love this place. I live here. Come on.